What is going on, hobby family? It is your boy K-Dub, and this is K-Dub's High Five, 5 rapid fire questions with your favorite hobby faces, and it's not a double take. Ladies and gentlemen, this dude is the co-owner of the up-and-coming shop of the California Roadshow. He's on Twitter, he's on Instagram, he's on YouTube. It's my man, Ryan Channels, aka at the Curry Vault on Twitter and Instagram. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much. Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. I like the shirt you're wearing. We're going to get into that in just a second. Because here's what I got. I got 5 questions I'm going to throw at you. They're hobby related, one right after another. You ready to take on the high five?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
All right, man. We'll start with your Twitter handle. It is at the Curry Vault. How did you land on that for your Twitter name?
So that one, it's an interesting story. It's kind of a copycat. So there was, I don't know if you ever known the guy named the Ichiro Vault.
Okay.
He was on Twitter. I think it was either, so there's Tony's Hobby Vault. It might have been him, but it might have been a different person. But there was someone named Ichiro Vault for a long time. And I always loved the name. I was like, man, for a person like who only collects Ichiro, like that's a perfect name. And
oh, yeah.
I reached out to him and was like, hey, I love the name. Would you be upset if I, took the name and did Curry Vault? Like, obviously, like out of respect, it's not like and he was like, yeah, that sounds great. I love it. Cause I think there's something to be said about a person who's like a super, I guess you call a super collector.
Yep.
And when you have the last name of the player you collect in your @ it makes you very easy to find. So if someone's like, oh, I have this really cool Curry, like I want to find someone who wants to buy it, you type in @Curry and my name pops up. So it makes it pretty easy for people to find a super collector that way.
Absolutely, man. It's super easy. I mean, before I even knew Jimmy at Kentucky Cards, I just tagged him in all Kentucky Cards before we even met, just because of that handle. So same thing with the Curry thing, just the @C and it pops up. So that's awesome, man. Well, let's talk about your kind of collecting journey, your hobby journey. Who would you say have been some of your biggest influences in your collecting or in the way that you do the hobby?
Yeah, absolutely. So speaking of the devil, Jimmy Mahan, at Kentucky Cards, definitely a big inspiration for me. He's the kind of the guy that I think the reason I connect with him so much, and the reason we inevitably ended up together in business is we both have very kind of dream big views on life. And it's always one of my biggest things whenever I meet people or I get close to people. I'm always something like, you follow your dreams. Okay. Like if you have something in your life that you're passionate about, that you really like then you deserve it. Like whatever it is, you deserve to have that in your life because if it means something to you.
Absolutely.
And Jimmy's the same way. Like that, like some of the dreams he has are crazy. I mean, even the concept of the road show itself is nuts, but he's going to do it and he's going to do it amazing. And, I'm going to do whatever I can to help him. So I think seeing someone who encourages people to follow their dreams and also makes people's dreams come true all the time. He's one of the most philanthropic people in the hobby.
There we go.
And there we go. And so it's just, he's super inspirational and he's the hobby goat, He
100%.
Really can't get much better than that. Inspires me every day, and I'm happy to call him a friend.
For sure, man. For sure.
Yeah. But also one more is and I think Justin said me as well, but I mean, Justin Channels, my brother, I think everyone in their life needs someone who pushes them every day to be a better person and to and support the heck out of them. And that's basically what Justin's done my entire life. I mean, even back when I started collecting Stephen Curry, like in 2013, it was like, this injury prone guy who was like, not everyone was certain on. And it's like, I was like, I want to spend $1,000 on one of his cards. And Justin's like, heck yeah, man, do it. Like you like Curry, go for it. Like it was never any sort of doubt in anything that I've ever believed in. And it's just nuts. It's crazy how we've grown together and how I think there's no better way to have it than two people going into business together who are constantly going to watch out for each other and push each other to succeed. So and that's all that Justin and I have ever known to do in life. So
it's awesome, man. I love it. How the hobby and life kind of intertwines. Guys like Jimmy and your brother, really, collecting's part of it, but there's also that life piece too. So it's fantastic, man. All right, let's talk about the cards. I know you got to have a dream card that you've always wanted, or maybe you got it and you were like, this is it. What is that card for you?
Yeah, so it's an interesting concept because anytime anyone's asked me this question for the last, I mean, since 2013, 7, 8 years, it's just my answer has never always been not a card. I want a jersey. I want a game worn jersey of Stephen Curry. And
Okay.
I've always wanted to do, like, I've even had dreams about it. Like, I want to go to a game, I want to watch him play, and he does amazing. And then after the game, takes off the jersey and gives it to me. Like, that would be, and that's what, kind of going back to the dream big, like, if you tell that to people, like, okay, good luck, kid. Like, that's never gonna happen. Like, how are you gonna get down there? He's like, who are you to him? He's never gonna do that. And like, I know I can do it. Like, and I've got some things in the works too. Hopefully this season we can make something happen. But so that's kind of my thing. I want a game worn jersey, and I know I don't have it yet, but I know eventually it'll happen. So.
I know back in the 90s, like Rodman used to take off his jersey every game and throw it to a fan. Does Curry do something similar, or are you just
he doesn't all the time. He does. He wears these wristbands.
Okay.
That are, it's called Active Faith is on the wristband, and he usually slings those in the crowd. And I was lucky enough to catch one at the end of last season, and the last game of last season. So when he became scoring champ and all that, I got the bracelet from that game, which was really, really cool. Yeah, so I've got that. I've got game worn shoes. I just need to figure out how to get a jersey. So,
if anyone could do it, you can.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Other than that, like, if I had to say a card, I would say I want a card that has a full 0 patch. I'm not wearing a Curry like shirt, but on the front of the jersey, it had the little 30.
Yeah.
And I have a patch card that has the full 3. And it's graded a 9.5. Like, I just want to find a card somewhere that has the full 0 to put them together. And then I just like more than any autograph, I think, like, going back to the jersey, I think patch cards are definitely my favorite, because I feel like it connects you more to that specific player than anything else. So
nice. I love it. All right, let's talk about the cards, man. Any product over time, what product are you ripping if you get one? Money's not an option. What's your choice and why you're ripping it?
Definitely. So I hate to be the guy who answers 2 things for everything, but there was two products that immediately came to mind. And the first one was 2016 Studio Basketball.
Okay.
And that one is the first year of the downtown insert cards.
Gotcha.
They're super hard to hit. They're like 1 per case, and there's 24 boxes per case. So and Curry was card number 1, and that card is amazing. I would love to pull one of those. If money's not an option, I'd love to just rip until I have the full set. That set to me is one of the best sets Panini ever put out because of how insert heavy it is. You would get a 1 per box. I actually have a card here. 1 per box, you would get these studio sketch cards, and they're really cool looking. And this is Curry's, obviously, but it has Kevin Durant in the background, which is like really cool.
Yeah.
And so I would love to get that full set, and then get the downtowns. And then there's also a celebrated signature set in there that has, pretty much all the big Panini names. It's got Curry, Kobe, Durant, Lillard, Anthony Davis, like all the top guys have autos in that set. It's a really, really strong product.
Okay.
So, definitely that one. But the other one, like the expensive one I would do, would be 2016 Flawless Basketball, because the design is crazy. It has has the patches on the side and then the player in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's nuts. It's really, really cool. So I would love to pull some sick patch autos from 16 Flawless.
Love it, man. Love it. All right, last question here. You're about to take on the dream, man, of all of us collectors. You're about to open up your own card shop, the California Roadshow. What are you most excited about, or kind of what gets you going when it comes to owning your own business that's hobby related?
Yeah, definitely. I could very easily say, oh man, all the Curry cards are going to walk through the door. Like, yeah, that excites me. But like, I'm also, the opportunity I've been given to work with people who not only inspire me every day, but people who I also call my friends is nuts. Like that, like I don't take that for granted. I know Justin doesn't either. Yeah, it's very special. And the fact that we get to create something for the hobby community that we know is gonna, as we say, elevate the hobby, it's the icing on the cake. The fact that we can all get together and for people like you too, create a space that's gonna just be just be perfect and escape from reality whenever you come visit the shop, and just also a beacon to the community. We're going to be giving back every chance we get. We've got deals in place. We're going to be building soccer fields in South America and basketball courts in Africa. Like, we're doing all sorts of amazing things behind the scenes that are just like, it's so much more than a card shop, and it's incredible. I'm very excited.
I love that, man. More than cards. That's like, I love that hashtag. I use it on Twitter, like things that are bigger than the hobby that are in because of the hobby. It's cool stuff, man. All right. I got one bonus question for you, and it's Twitter related.
Yeah.
You posted a poll that I loved the other day, and it was, if you could have the dream card or the experience, which one would you pick? So I got to ask you, if you had a choice to go with your dream card or your dream experience, which one would you take and why?
I would definitely take experience. I think that there is a unlimited amount of cards out there, and they're continually being made. I mean, I guess there's an unlimited amount of experiences also, but when it depends. Can I take pictures of this experience, or is it something that I only get to experience myself? But regardless, I definitely think that is what I go for. Like, I have this one time, like, I didn't take any pictures. Like, Steph Curry was here in Napa, and like, he was golfing, and I got to walk the court. It was 103 degrees outside, so it was a day I got my I got some shoes signed. But besides that, like, leading up to it, like, just following him around on the course, getting to talk to him, get to know him, just things like that. And I didn't ask for a picture. I didn't ask for anything until at the end. He was like, "Hey, sign the shoes." I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." Like, it's one of those things where I take the experience every time, because you can look back on that. And I feel like cards, I feel like there's something to be said about looking back on something. It's nostalgic. Like, cards are, you can hold it and think back on an experience, but it's a little bit different when you have something that is unique to you. Because anyone else could go online and buy this studio card, but or something comparable to it. No one can ever have your experience.
Absolutely. I always said, if I was to meet my, idol, I don't know that I'd ask for an autograph. Just because it's that moment. I'm all about the moment. Like you said, you may get an opportunity to get it, but I don't know. I just kind of live and breathe and take in that moment and that experience. So
absolutely. Yeah. Who's your idol?
Oh, Michael Jordan, man. If Michael Jordan would be the only dude that would make me cry. If I met Michael, I would cry, but I'm a crier anyway. So
I love it.
Anyways, man, that is all I got. Let's high five here at the end of the high five.
Damn.
You can make sure to check out Ryan on Twitter or Instagram at the Curry Vault. You can also follow along with the California Roadshow as they get geared up to launch that thing. If you're bored, you can click follow at me at Mr. K-Dub. Always remember, be the good. The things that Ryan was talking about as far as the shop goes, that's the good, man. So you keep doing you, brother. Keep it up, and I look forward to your adventure of owning your card shop. And for the rest of y'all, take care.
This is a demo sound of freeintromusic.com.